everyone, welcome to Yoyo Story Channel. In the last story, Amy and Yoyo helped the forest elves solve the spider crisis and obtained the elf compass, and were finally taken to the sky world by Misty. What will they encounter next? Today, let's continue their adventure.
Amy and Yoyo's Uncharted Adventure. Chapter 5. The Dwarf King's Challenge. After a thrilling journey, Misty, Amy, and Yoyo came to a hidden kingdom, high in the sky, the magical Sky Kingdom. However, they found that the sky they were in was no longer the usual vivid and bright sky, but dark and gloomy.
Something seems rather off,
Misty mumbled, a worried sparkle in his eyes. Their worries were soon validated by the realm's wise and careful ruler, the Sky Owl Queen. Underneath the vast, dimmed sky, Amy, Yoyo, and Misty stood before the graceful Sky Owl Queen, whose sapphire eyes mirrored decades of wisdom. Wisps of frosty air billowed from her snowy feathers as she started to enlighten them about the crisis clouding over the enchanting sky realm. She began, sweeping her wing across the wide horizon.
Behold the vast sky above us, it has always sparkled with stunning hues, showering celestial light that nourishes our kingdom's charm.
As she spoke, Amy and Yoyo looked up at the sky, imagining how magnificent the normally shimmering vista must have appeared. Seeing the dull swathes of blue instead, they understood the Queen's sullen expression. Her voice trembled slightly, emphasizing the impending crisis.
But, as you can see, the celestial shine has so cruelly forsaken us. Our sacred sky crystals, the source of our magical light, have lost their luster, their vital luminescence dwindling day by day. And these crystals can only be replenished by the mystical topaz from the peak of Crystal Peak.
But why don't you fetch these topaz crystals? Isn't the peak close by? Asked Amy, puzzled. The Queen sighed deeply, her talons gripping the nearby perch tighter. The Queen went on, a regretful tone coloring her words.
Indeed, but due to a magnetic phenomenon exclusive to our realm, magical creatures are unable to approach Crystal Peak. It pushes them away, rendering them utterly powerless to make the necessary journey.
Amy and Yoyo locked gazes. They were both thinking the same thing. The realm needed their help, and they would gladly provide it. With a respectful bow to the Queen, they pledged. We will get the topaz for you, Queen. Misty stood by their side, flapping his wings in solidarity.
Sky Queen, you have our promise. We will bring back the light.
Her expression softened, relief visible in her sapphire eyes.
In that case, allow Misty to guide you to the rightful helpers. The dwarfs of the Sky Realm are known as exceptional miners. They live within the treacherous terrains around Crystal Peak.
With newfound determination in their eyes and the Queen's guidance in their minds, they set off to seek the dwarves' help. They walked towards the bustling mining town, where they were soon surrounded by short, grumpy-looking dwarfs working on intricate gadgets.
Misty, do you notice anything different about these gadgets?
Asked Yoyo, pointing at the intricately made devices all around. With a whimsical glint in his eyes, Misty nodded.
These devices, they're charmed. No ordinary gadgets they are. Sharp observation, Yoyo.
Can we have a chat with your chief, please? Amy asked respectfully. Meeting the chief, they explained their mission, but the dwarves respected skills more than promises. Hence, a challenge was arranged. In the heart of the bustling mining town, among the clanking of gears and heavy machines, the dwarves assembled to lay out their challenge. The gruff chief dwarf, with a mischievous sparkle in his eyes, asked,
Are you ready to take on a proper dwarven challenge? Challengers,
Amy and Yoyo shared a glance and nodded resolutely. "We're ready," voiced out Amy confidently. The first challenge was to design a model for an airship with a bundle of raw materials including wood, stone, feathers, and twine. The clock began to tick, and the crowd watched expectantly as Amy and Yoyo discussed their strategy.
"Remember our school project on bird flight, Yoyo?"
Amy asked, sketching a rough design on soft ground. At this time, Misty said from the side,
As a flying creature, I have to remind my friends, the key to flying is balance and lightness. Please remember this.
Yoyo's eyes lit up with understanding, and she quickly busied herself with the carving knife. The pair designed the wood into a sleek aerial shape, resembling a bird's body for optimal aerodynamics. The feathers were bound using twines, creating impressive wings that attached neatly to either side of their ship.
But what about the stones?
Yoyo asked, puzzled. Amy's face spread into a wide grin.
"Wait, and watch."
Amy strategically placed the stones within the hollow of their wooden bird at the center plane. Once it was done, she explained,
"The stones will give our ship the much-needed weight for balance and stability during flight."
The crowd gasped in admiration as Amy and Yoyo presented their wooden bird airship, appreciating the unique blend of ingenuity and technical understanding in their design that dwarfed their doubts. Chief Dwarf's eyes twinkled with respect.
Well, that's quite an impressive piece of work. Pull in knowledge from your human world with our challenge, eh? On to the next competition. Then,
The second challenge was the notorious Labyrinth housed within a natural cave. It was known throughout the Sky Realm as a true test of wit. With a torch laid at its entrance, Yoyo picked it up, glancing nervously at the seemingly endless dark corridors. She felt Amy's supportive pat on her shoulder and heard her encouraging whisper,
"Remember the corn maze we talked about last time? You've got this, Yoyo."
Misty was undoubtedly worried. He stood by the entrance, cheering Yoyo on.
Remember, Yoyo, always trust your instincts.
Equipped with the reliable elven compass, her courage, and Amy's trust, Yoyo entered the labyrinth. As he navigated the twists and turns, using the compass's subtle shifts to avoid treacherous pitfalls, he tackled the labyrinth efficiently, while murmuring words of encouragement to herself. Finally, he emerged through the other end into bright daylight, the labyrinth's mighty challenge conquered. The crowd erupted into an applause so loud it shook the ground. Even the usually stoic Chief Dwarf was whooping with joy. The intense suspense melted into jubilation when Yoyo finally emerged victorious from the labyrinth's darkness. Misty was the first to rush over, twining his tail around Yoyo's exhausted figure, his purrs vibrating as warm congratulations. The dwarf chieftain announced through his hearty laughter,
well, challengers, you've shown us that you're brave, clever, and full of respect for us and our traditions. And to celebrate, we're adding our strength to your cause. Let's march to Crystal Peak and bring back your light.
A cheer erupted from the crowd. Amy and Yoyo grinning at the new friends they found among these hardened miners. Teaming up with their dwarf buddies, they prepared for their journey ahead, with their spirit of adventure burning even brighter.
Do you like today's story? In the next chapter, how will Amy and Yoyo reach Crystal Peak? How will they obtain the topaz crystals? See you next time.